Hey, how y'all doing? Y'all give me a second. I'm trying to put something together here. Um, Give me just 1 second, you all. We're gonna wrap this up for tonight. Hey, brother Anthony, glad you're here, man. I'm just trying to find this cash out. Um, I mean, it's PayPal. Um, Give me just a second, y'all. Um, Good evening again. Once again, y'all, we here. Um, we just gonna wrap up tonight. You know, I had to stop that show a little earlier than I wanted to earlier tonight, and we just basically here to one or two more stories we wanted to get back to, and we won't hold y'all up. But just give me 1 second, and we'll make this happen. All right, this is not what I wanted at all. All right, here we are. And I'm trying to find this PayPal. Anyway, we really basically what we're gonna do. I mean, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead, man, and make an appeal to our subscribers for the prayers, financial support that we need. I've been real stressed out, but I'm gonna keep this show. I'm gonna keep it moving forward, man. No matter what comes against me or what comes against the show. So far, we've been blessed not to get our channel taken down by YouTube, but right now, YouTube is in the process of heavy censorship. They are censoring YouTubers real hard. Hold on a second. They're censoring YouTubers very hard. You have a lot of people who have their platforms totally removed from YouTube for basically just saying, what's on their mind. Free speech is under attack, y'all. I mean, and it's real. They the corporate, basically what it is, the powers that be are aware that with social media, they can control the way the population thinks, but at the same time, they are afraid because they can't control what the population says. I'm trying to find our cash tag. I mean, our PayPal. I'll tell you what, we can get it from here. We get it from here. On the other hand, hey, what's up, brother? Crime scene investigation. I'm gonna say something to you in just a second. I'm trying to find this. Okay. All right. Here we are. All right, and we're gonna. All right, we're good. We got that up and running. We're gonna put our PayPal up here because I know some people would rather pay with PayPal. Just help us in any kind of way. Let's get back to our show. Got one person watching. Paradise, California. Okay, I'll do that, brother Anthony. I'll look up. Matter of fact, let's look it up now. Paradise, California, and see what we get. Paradise. Paradise. Okay, Paradise, California. That's where they're talking about the fire. Paradise, California is a town in Butte County, California, United States, in the Sierra Nevada foothills above the northeastern Sacramento Valley. As of 2010 census, the population was 26,000. Right here it talks about the fire. It's not giving us too much. Yahoo News, Ron Howard's National Geographic documentary about rebuilding paradise. Today, it's not giving us too much information on it, but I'll look into it and research. What is it that you wanted the? Man, I hate this. Okay, here we are. Okay, look at the pictures of how it burned. I just shut it down too, Brother Anthony. Hey, Miss Kimberly, glad you're back. Glad you're joining us. Matter of fact, I'll go back and pull that up, Brother Anthony. Let's see what we got here. Y'all gotta forgive me. This phone is in the way, and it's hard for me to see a lot of stuff. Okay, look at the pictures of how it burned. This goes back. Wow. Yeah, I'm looking. This goes back, Brother Anthony, to when we was talking about that fire in the first story, where the lady said it looked like it was a laser or something. And right here we got pictures of how it burned. Wow. That was a devastating fire, though. 85 people died in that fire. And they're saying again that this lady is alleging that the Rothschilds, do y'all know who the Rothschilds are? The Rothschilds are the richest family in human history and on the planet Earth. Rothschilds, that one family is worth more than every family, every person combined on this planet. Y'all know how the Rothschilds got their money? You gotta go back to the time of Napoleon. I forget his name, one of the original Rothschilds. At the time, Napoleon was conquering all of Europe. And he was on his way to Waterloo. What I think it was Nathan Rothschild. What Nathan Rothschild did was, as Napoleon was marching on Waterloo, he sent a messenger back to England, back to London, telling them that Napoleon had not only marched on Waterloo, but he had devastated and won a victory. That sent the stock markets into total chaos, and he was able to buy up pretty much all the stocks that was being traded in London at that time for pennies on the dollar, which gave them total control of all your banks, a lot of your businesses. So that's how the Rothschild fortune really got started. They were already rich now, keep in mind, before that. But it was due to that false message that they sent back saying that Napoleon had won Waterloo, had destroyed Waterloo. He was able to send the stock market into chaos and buy all the stocks up for pennies on the dollar, which was why the Rothschilds are the richest family in the world. Let's go to this story. Subway pizzas, Subway tuna doesn't actually have tuna in it. A lawsuit claims. This is coming from the New York Post. 2 California women claim Subway tuna sandwich actually contains not a scintilla of the fish, not a scintilla of the fish, and they were duped by the fast food joint claim, a new $5 million lawsuit alleges. Karen Dwyer and Nilima Amin, both of Alameda, California, say they ordered tuna from the sandwich giant at locations near their home as recently as last year, according to a federal lawsuit filed in Northern District of California last week. But independent testing has repeatedly affirmed the products are made from anything but tuna, the court paper alleged. The filling in the products has no scintilla of tuna at all, the suit claimed. In fact, Subway tuna is made up from a mixture of various concoctions that do not constitute tuna, yet it has been blended together by defendants to imitate the appearance of tuna, the court document claimed. Subway has done its own effort to save money since blend non-tuna product costs less. And the filing alleges. Aware that consumers place heightened value on tuna as an ingredient, defendants deliberately make false and misleading claims about the consumption of this product to increase its profit at the expense of unsuspected buyers, the suit charges. The two ladies were tricked into buying food items that wholly lacked the ingredient they reasonably thought they were purchasing, the court alleged. If they had known the truth, they would have bought Subway tuna. They wouldn't have bought Subway tuna, but would have paid much less for it. They would have bought it, but paid much less for it. They have brought claims of fraud, intentional misrepresentation, negligent misrepresentation, and unjust enrichment against the company. The women are asking the judge to allow them to file a suit as a class action so that others who have bought Subway tuna can also seek reimbursement of the premium they paid due to the defendant's false and deceptive representation. I need to go on that lawsuit and say I bought $200,000 worth of Subway tuna over the last 10 years. Really, if this lawsuit is gonna go anywhere. A Subway spokesperson called the claims baseless and frivolous, adding they are being pursued without an adequate investigation. There's simply no truth to allegations in the complaint was filed in California, spokesperson said in the statement. The spokesperson said in the statement, Subway delivers 100% cooked tuna to its restaurants, which is mixed with mayonnaise and used as freshly made sandwiches, wraps, and salads that are served and enjoyed by our guests. The spokesman said the quality and taste of their tuna makes it one of their most popular products. The allegation threatens to damage our franchise, small business owners who work timeless to hold up the standards that Subway sets for all of its products, including its tuna, the representative said. Well, I mean, wow, I just heard about 15 gunshots. Somebody's not having a very good day. Just heard about 15 gunshots. And we want to talk about that for a minute. Because again, and I did that video on New Year's Eve with all the shooting. Since then, since New Year's Day, here's Freeport, we have had, and they still shooting, we have had 10 murders. Now, if you watch that video, I've had almost really, between Facebook and YouTube, we've had almost 50,000 people to watch that video. And in that video, you heard all the shooting going on around me. And I was telling you how this is one of the most deadly neighborhoods in Freeport, where at least 5 of the 10 murders that has taken place this year. Think about it. This is the 28th of January. We've had 10 murders already. We had 89 last year. We've had 10 already, and 5 of them has taken place in the same area where you heard all those gunshots on New Year's Eve in that video that I did. It goes back to the fact that culture. We talked about culture last night. We as black people are celebrating the culture of death, chaos, destruction, and mayhem. I didn't like to say I was right. That's something I definitely would have loved to be wrong, have been wrong about when I said that the violence is going to continue. But just the other day, I think it was last week, we had a shooting where 3 people were shot. And I'm noticing now that here in Freeport, we're having shit like triple homicides occurring now. Just last week, we had a double homicide. Last year, in less than a month and a half, we had we had 1 triple homicide and a shooting where 3 people were shot. 1 died and 2 are still recovering from their wounds. It's crazy, man. Like they say, it's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under. And think about it. Here I am, broke as fuck now, knowing I gotta be out of this place, have not a penny to my name. Normally, tonight is the night where the first of the month checks come out. I'll be out there in the streets trying to hustle, trying to grind. If nothing else, at least come up with $150, something like that, to nothing else, get a hotel room. But you know what? That shit is not worth it out here in these streets of Freeport. Our babies are dying, y'all, here in Freeport. So I'm making a plea to everybody here in Shreveport. And think about it. Nobody really watches a lot of the videos. I mean, we have good reviews and number of views on our videos on Facebook, but none of our videos go viral like the ones we show where somebody's getting fucking shot, or we at the crime scene reporting where somebody has gotten shot. Those videos, they go viral because everybody likes the death. They like the blood, the carnage. Literally, that's what happened in Rome. Remember with Rome? After Rome had basically started its decline and the citizens were being screwed over by the politicians needed a way to keep the people pacified. This is how they came up with the games in the Colosseum. You give people violence, misery, and all that. I mean, for some reason we love to see violence. We love blood, guts, and gore. We don't care how bad our situation is. We can look at them poor people in the Colosseum that was dying at the hands of gladiators or wild animals and say, well, at least my situation is better than theirs. So what we see now, the Colosseum has literally been replaced with your cell phones, with the movie theaters, with the televisions, because even though the corporations have literally taken over the country and now are starting to censor what you can see and hear, as long as we can see violence, as long as we can hear about violence, sex, and drugs in our music, we cool. And as long as it's not happening to us, we don't give a damn. Now it's come out here in Shreveport that the Shreveport Police Department, somebody in the police department, have basically been leaking information to the killers about who's in the community is telling on them, which again goes back to the fact that people are afraid to talk to the police because hell, here in Shreveport, be honest, our police officers are committing just as many crimes as the civilians. Man, we done had last year, or the year before last, within the last year and a half, we done had 18 police to be brought up on criminal charges, including manslaughter, selling dope, assaults, illegal possession of firearms with drugs. This is the kind of shit the Shreveport Police Department themselves, members of the police department, are being arrested for. So we are dealing with a corrupt ass legal system here in Shreveport, to the point your police are telling on people who are trying to get the criminal, the crime, and the killing out their neighborhood. People are really tired of all this killing. They're starting to report the people who are doing the killing, but the police are telling the killers who is reporting them. Yeah, this is what's going on here in Shreveport, Louisiana. And then we wondering why. We're leading the nation per capita. We're in the top 10 per capita. Shreveport is not even one of the top 100 largest metropolises in America. But for its violence and murders per capita, we rank, I think it was number 8. New Orleans and Baton Rouge both ranked in the top 5. Louisiana is a piece of shit, y'all. It's bad here in Louisiana. You know, so I just want to leave that with y'all. We're going to go ahead and end this video because it's 10:22. And again, my mind is on somewhere else. But again, we thank y'all for joining us in this last part. Hey, how's going on? I'm just, came back because I said I was, and I want to be consistent with this show. We got 10 people watching, 4 likes. Yeah, I'm gonna keep my head up, my brother. Like I say, man, I'm depressed in a sense. I'm sad. I'm not gonna say depressed. I'm real sad about it, man. But again, the show must go on. I cannot stop doing this radio show because I got a pity party for myself. And it's not really a pity party. It's just I gotta leave the home that I've been in for the last 6 years, man. And one thing that I really do have that really, makes me feel worth a little bit worth something is this radio show. I mean, this YouTube show. We're gonna start our radio show back too on a morning basis once I get myself settled. But right now, we're gonna go ahead and get ready to end this. Again, I just want to stay true to my word. I thank the few of you all who have come in and watched us. We thank y'all for hitting those likes, man. That really helps. I mean, wow, as we going, they steadily going up. We thank you. Thank you all for that. We thank y'all for y'all prayers and your support. But again, we can definitely use your financial blessings also. That's why whenever you watch it, whether you're watching it live or you watch it tomorrow, please, if you can, hit the Cash App. But again, y'all pray for the city of Shreveport because it is crazy here, man. When your police department is leaking information to the killer. See, now I'm finna tell y'all the game. You gotta realize, a lot of your police officers in your city, and here in Shreveport and in your city, are former gang members themselves. You gotta realize, your police, your politicians, your preachers, people come from the same pool of people that we live in every day. All you're doing is basically hiring people who live around you. And if these people got fucked up lifestyle habits and way of thinking, they bringing that to the table with them. So you got a bunch of criminals who are in the police department. Now, I'm finna give y'all a real game about these people that talk about no snitching and snitches get stitches. Do you all realize most of your killers, most of your big dope dealers, most of the people who are doing a lot of the violence are actually the real snitches. They work for the police in a lot of cases. It's like the police uses these people to commit their crimes. It's like they're a hit squad. They're hitmen for the police. Because a lot of your police are involved in the drug trade themselves. So they're able to get information and tell little Bobo, hey man, that old lady up the street from little Johnny, she came out here and told her that you the one who did the killing. You might need to handle that. So these police here are putting everybody's lives in danger because they are just as criminal, involved in much criminal activity as the people who they are sworn to protect, to serve, to protect from the criminals. We're gonna do an in-depth show on that probably tomorrow. We will bring a show tomorrow evening. I don't know how long it's gonna be or where we're gonna be doing it from, but we will be live tomorrow evening. And we're gonna try to go as long as we possibly can until we have to literally have all this stuff. I know we made it through today and tomorrow. As long as the sheriff ain't over here knocking on the door tomorrow, we'll make it through the weekend. So again, y'all, we thank y'all for the love, support, man. We thank all the new subscribers. Please help us to get more subscribers by continuing to share these videos. Keep hitting that like button. That's very important. Even if you hit the don't like button, that lets the algorithm in YouTube know that people are watching. YouTube, they don't care how bad, I put it like this, as long as you don't say certain things, and even though YouTube is trying to suppress this channel, when they see people watching, they want you to watch. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't like what you're watching, when you hit the thumbs down button, it still triggers that algorithm that somebody is watching that video. So it brings more people in. You know, there's a lot more stuff I can go hard in the paint and talk about in more detail. And I have to find a way to talk about it without triggering YouTube to ban me, saying that I'm violating community standards or whatever. So we're going to figure all that out. But we're going to let y'all go ahead, man, and have a good night. Hope y'all have a blessed and prosperous rest tonight. May the angels of the Creator watch over you and your families as you all sleep. May your peace be beautifully, and may your sleep be peaceful and beautiful. And may you all be safe. Because here in Shreveport, man, sometimes people scared to go to sleep, man. Some people actually in certain neighborhoods sleep on the floor. This is how bad the violence is here in Shreveport. So we're gonna try to get out and do some things with a couple of organizations get back to the grassroots level of trying to get our community back from those who would hold us all hostage. It's a shame when you got a community, a neighborhood of 150, 200 people, and able 2 people doing all the chaos and holding the other 250 people hostage. That shit's not gonna happen. Not in any neighborhood where I live. I'm not a snitch, but I'm damn sure not gonna allow any killing to go on to the point where my son or my elderly neighbors can't sit outside in their front yard. That's not gonna happen. And this is coming from a person who used to be a part of that lifestyle. So again, y'all, till y'all see me tomorrow, I'm hoping y'all have a good night, wonderfully blessed and prosperous morning in the morning. And again, if y'all can, help support us, man, in any way you can. If 10 of y'all came together and gave $10, that'll be a blessing. If 100 of y'all, we got 1,200 people, if 100 people gave $5, we'd be halfway to the goal that we need of making this channel, talking about the best that it could ever be. So until y'all see me tomorrow, man, please hit the like, hit the share. Also hit the Cash App. If you can't do Cash App, hit the PayPal. Either way it go, hit something. Just see that button? Just push that little button that say Cash App. Push that little button that say PayPal. Push that one little button with the thumb up. Also, make sure you push that button with the bell, though, in all seriousness. Push that bell. Make sure that bell is steadily pushed. Because as long as that bell is basically pushed, you'll get notified when we go live. We're gonna go live tomorrow morning. If we wake up in the sheriff thing, y'all. What y'all don't think? So I think God gonna give me at least another couple more days. I'm gonna be confident in that. But anyway, y'all have a wonderful, blessed night. Until y'all see me tomorrow, may your sleep be beautiful and peaceful.